I want to talk to the person right now who is just about to shrink themselves because you've received criticism, backlash, or bullshit that is causing you to question whether this really is the right path for you. Before you shrink yourself and hide, because you think that that way you will avoid ever experiencing criticism again, you think that that way you will avoid the discomfort that you're feeling right now, I want to talk to you. Don't let the cunts win. Those people that want to pull you back to a version of yourself who you have outgrown. Don't you dare let them win. You actually have the choice, in the face of being shamed, to choose to keep fucking shining. Okay, so when you're tempted to make yourself smaller and stop sharing yourself and stop exposing yourself and hide and hide and hide because you're afraid of criticism, I want you to remember how horrible it felt to shrink. I want you to remember that it drained the life force out of you to be small. You were pretending to be something that you weren't. Small. You're not small. You're not. You know you're not. You know that you're fucking brilliant. And if you're really honest with yourself, you know that that's why they came for you. Because you let yourself express that light. And that was when you were hurt. And so you may have learned that it's not safe for you to shine. Maybe it was the day that you wore a really good fucking outfit and that's when your friends gave you the side eye. Maybe it's when you posted something on social media that performed really well, but it was really vulnerable. And so you got a load of hate comments. And so now you hate posting on social media, even though you know that it's the path forward for you in life, to achieve the life of your dreams, to generate the business of your dreams, to reach the people that you want to reach. But you can't do it because your body doesn't feel safe posting on social media anymore. And so you procrastinate. Maybe it's your art. Maybe you shared your art with someone and they critiqued it. And to avoid those negative feelings, you just stop making art and you say, oh, well, it's not the right time and it's not the right this and I don't have the right materials. I'll do it on the weekend, and the weekend comes, you don't do it. And you're procrastinating because you're avoiding the feeling of not being good enough. You are avoiding the fear of being rejected again. And I want to remind you how shit it feels to not be you, to not express yourself. I saw something a while ago online that said the opposite of depression is expression. Expression is the medicine for low self-esteem. Expression is the medicine for you in those moments when you want to shrink. Don't let them win. Don't take on their shame. When someone is shaming you, by the way, you have the option to act like fucking teflon and just refuse to absorb it. You can act like teflon and refuse to absorb other people's projections of shame that they are hurling onto you. So when another woman says, who do you think you are? Maybe she doesn't say it, but you can feel that she's thinking it. refuse to absorb it. Put it back onto her. Let her feel her own shame. And you know how you do that? You continue to do whatever the fuck it was that you were doing that made her do it, that made her say, who does she think she is? Who do you think you are? You continue to do it. That is how you bounce back shame when it's being thrown your way, yeah? You don't stop. You don't shrink. Because when you shrink, you validate and justify and make right what that person is doing to you. If someone shames you and you dim your light, you dimmed your light. No one can dim your light. Only you dim your light. You are holding the fucking switch in your hand. And you choose whether you want to shine or dim it. It's in your hand, okay? No one can actually make you shrink. No one can make you small. You do that. You make yourself smaller. And I'm not saying that to blame you. I'm saying this as an empowering reminder that you actually have the choice, in the face of being shamed, to choose to keep fucking shining. Isn't that empowering? No one can make you small except you. And there's nothing to feel ashamed about when you do dim yourself. It's your biology trying to keep you safe from what it's perceiving as a threat. But you decide. You get to decide to keep shining. And I want you to remember, because you've done it before, haven't you? You've made yourself smaller. You've stopped wearing color. You've stopped expressing yourself. You stopped posting on social media. You stopped making new friends because you thought that all women were mean and nasty, or you've stopped dating people because you thought everyone ghosts me, everyone leaves, da-da-da-da-da, and you've made yourself smaller. You've stayed in your apartment for longer than was necessary. Yeah, weeks at a time, maybe months. And you've slipped into depressive episodes, maybe. You've forgotten the joy of life. You've forgotten that you can wear nice clothes, and you've lived in your pajamas for a bit. You've done all of that shrinking. And it felt like shit, didn't it? And it got to a point where you were like, oh, fuck this, I'm done. I'm done playing it small. That's how shit it feels to make yourself smaller. I want you to remember that no one can actually shrink you. That's up to you. And you can choose to keep shining. In the face of shame, I want you to course correct what you have always done, which is shrink and hide and run away. And I want you to go harder. I want you to go harder. In the face of shame, in the face of women being mean about you, saying things about you, I want you to go harder. In fact, I need you to go harder. In fact, women everywhere need you to go harder. This is not the moment where you hide yourself away in shame. This is the moment where when someone says, who do you think you are? You smile to yourself and you say, wow, it's working. You say, it's working. Wow. This must be a sign of my ascension. This is the moment where you flip that switch on its head, where you would normally shrink and you expand instead. This is the moment where you choose expansion. This is the moment where you course correct in your biology your response. Don't you dare hide. Don't do it. I want you to expand and push harder through the resistance and let it transform you. Watch what you are capable of, and more than that, watch how fucking fake shame is. Watch how fake shame is. It's fake. You can choose to expand in the face of shame. People can shame you and it can bounce off you like fucking teflon if you decide to expand instead. If you choose in the moment to have a sort of conscious observation of your reaction to the trauma or to the shaming and say, nope, 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 no, fuck you, nope, that shame belongs to you. I'm going to keep shining. I'm going to keep doing my art. I'm going to keep showing up at the office wearing what I want, even if the women make their faces about it. Fuck you. I'm being me. Fuck you. And that is how you become like teflon. And that shit slides right off if you keep going. We need to see examples of women that not only survive shame and shaming at the hands of other women who are insecure and want you to be just as caged in fear as they are. We don't just need to see examples of women who have survived that. We need to see examples of women that thrive their fucking ass off after shame. Because shame only works at poisoning its target if the intended target slows down. Yeah, it's like a snake bite. The way women shame one another is like a fucking snake bite to the ankle. And it's designed to slow you down. But you can just decide to keep going. It only works if you slow down. And I'm not saying overexhaust yourself or, take on more than you can. I'm just saying keep going. I'm just saying, hear my words, because I didn't have anyone else tell me this. Women need you to keep going because we need to see that it's possible for women to experience that bullshit and be completely fucking resistant to it and resilient to it. On the really, extreme examples of this sort of shaming, my biggest heroes are women that have been cancelled. Women that the public have deemed too annoying, to this, to that, whatever. Those women that have survived public shaming over and over and over again, they're my fucking heroes, honestly. Those are the kind of women I look up to. I just cannot, I've only had a taste of it, I think there is this false idea that as a woman, if you just do everything right and by the book and you don't piss enough people off and you overcompensate, that you won't be isolated, that you won't be cancelled, that you won't be shamed. But it's a lie. There is no tiptoeing, tap dancing that you can do in a certain way to make everyone happy. And in fact, the more you do that bullshit, the more people are going to fucking hate you. I mean it. I don't know the science, I don't know the psychology, but we typically hate those women that do everything right. We hate them. And by we, I don't mean me, I mean the general public. There's a statistic that says we like men more the more successful they become, and we like women less as they become more successful. And if you're in that moment right now where you're tempted to shrink and make yourself smaller because you've had some feedback, you've had some comments, you've had some bullshit, just know that this is the first round of resistance that you are going to have to push through, alchemize, and come out the other side of in order to push through to that next level that you've been avoiding. Because these sort of, let's say they're demons, right? These demons that you're battling, which are actually just like mean, insecure people, they're going to keep coming up again and again and again. And they're going to continue to rule your life until you face them. And you've just got to keep going. You've just got to keep going one day at a time. I've experienced so much public shaming throughout my career. And there are periods of my career where I have just kept going. And in those moments, weirdly, I fell in love with life harder because I came face to face with my own resilience and my own ability to stay true to who I know I am. Because that's what happens when, you put yourself on social media, or you're an artist, or you're in the public eye, or you're trying for something, or you start a business or whatever, is people weigh in, right? They weigh in on their opinions. And these aren't necessarily intelligent people. These are people with an iPhone, mostly using it on their fucking toilet, reacting from their fucking lizard brain. Like the quickest reactions you could possibly imagine, you know? It's not like people see something on Instagram, take 5 minutes to think about it, and then leave a comment that's very thoughtful. No, Instagram doesn't work like that. TikTok doesn't work like that. Social media thrives on reactions from the most guttural, fucking disgusting instincts that bring out the lowest impulses in people. Even intelligent people, it brings out the worst, most reactionary side of people. It's not a conscious platform. It's a platform that thrives and makes money on your quick, guttural, lowest consciousness reactions. And so you really, 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 really cannot, under any circumstances, let that stop you from doing what you want to do. Isn't it funny when you lay it out like that? It's one of the reasons why I've moved broadcasting myself over to my podcast, is because I like intentional spaces. And my content on Instagram, the beauty about social media is that it's brought you to me and it's brought me to you. And it's a great discovery engine for new audiences and for people that want to listen to my stuff to find me. And it's also a place that does encourage the lowest version of ourselves, you know? And so I can even feel that impulse to say something guttural and reactionary on social media. But I haven't done that for about 4 years now. I made a decision 4 years ago that I would not be reacting on social media, because that's not my job. That's not what I'm here to do. I am here to come away, to observe the chaos of the world and of life and come up with solutions and write and broadcast myself. And, you know, there is no amount of being zen that can save you from being affected by negative comments on social media. Even Eckhart Tolle, one of the biggest spiritual teachers of this generation, the century, he has said that he stopped reading comments on social media like 30 years ago, because even for him, it was not good for his brain. Because our brains are wired for safety. And so our brains, when it sees a negative comment, it hones in on it like laser focus, because it feels like it's a threat to its environment. There is no amount of zen that can help you from being negatively impacted by negative comments on social media. Even Eckhart Tolle. If you don't know who Eckhart Tolle is, his books have changed my life. He's a very awake, enlightened person that preaches the power of presence in everyday life. He had a spiritual awakening when he was very close to suicide, where he realized that he was not his suicidal thoughts. He was the one watching and observing his suicidal thoughts. And the way he talks is just like a beautiful waterfall, gushing wisdom that we don't know where it comes from. You know, it's just so beautiful, the way he talks and the way he writes. But even him, one of the most, in my opinion, awakened, beautiful souls on this planet that's very pure, even he says, I can't read negative comments on social media. So don't beat yourself up for it, okay? But something I want to say, if you are thinking about slowing down, don't you dare. Don't you dare slow down. Don't you dare let the haters win. Don't let the cunts win. Don't let the cunts win. Don't you dare. I need you to keep going. Women need you to keep going. The planet needs you to keep going, because you have some ideas inside of you that want to come out. They want to be expressed through you. And these ideas, they want you to experience the joy of expressing them. I don't think we were built for any of this, constant feedback loop. None of it. And so you need to set boundaries around what you will and won't tolerate. And that starts with you deciding not to entertain the reactionary opinions of other people or those miserable people from your past that so desperately cling to a version of you that does not exist anymore. The only version they have of you in their heads is a fucking memory. You are a different person. They liked it when you were small. Yeah, they're trying to shame you. Oh gosh, she's forgotten who she was. She needs to remember where she's come from. Da 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 da. Yeah? Resist the humbling. Resist people who want to humble you. And just keep fucking going. Yeah? We need women who are fucking full of themselves. Don't be full of other people. We've had enough of that. We've had centuries of that bullshit. We've had centuries of women being full of other people. It's time to make people say, who does she think she is? Yeah? And when you hear that, you're going to say, wow, it's working. The world needs your light, and it's safe for you to shine. I'm here. I believe in you. I love you. I don't give a shit about what people are saying about you. This is a safe space for women who have been shamed. This is a safe space for women who have been publicly shamed, privately shamed, for their ambition, for daring to want too much, for daring to change their life, for leaving an abusive relationship. You know, some women leave abusive relationships and they lose the whole friend group that came with that partner because the partner spreads bullshit about them. I know what that's like. I know what it's like to exit that shit. I love you. I love you. And you just got to keep going. You just got to keep fucking going. And just imagine this vision of you in the future that doesn't give a fuck and is living her dream life so far away from right now that those people, they can't even reach you. You don't even know what they're fucking saying because you've burst so far into the stratosphere that it's like a million frequencies away from even touching you. Okay? But for a little while, you're just going to have to keep going. It's like a rocket. It needs to leave the atmosphere before it can just start floating about, yeah? You just got to keep going, keep building momentum. And that breakthrough moment, I'm not even talking about success. I'm just talking about contentment, which can come with, you know, self-actualization and success or whatever. But you have to keep going. We need you to keep going. I need you to keep going. And fuck them. Fuck them. You know exactly who I'm talking about. Fuck them. I mean it. Fuck them. Don't let the cunts win. I love you so much. Mwah.